And so we want to also draw attention to the specific section of 4.9, Preserving Sacred Places, Waipio Valley. The first policy in your handout for Policy 54 is that one that talks about designating Waipio Valley and the rim as a Pana and creating a resource protection overlay that would have regulations that would protect Waipio's natural resources, preserve its storied past, and perpetuate its agricultural traditions and unique rural lifestyle. So this policy doesn't dictate what that overlay would be. It's a future policy of directing that the community itself would need to help guide exactly what that overlay would look like. Because one of the things about, while there are certain ways to conserve lands and there's conservation district, that doesn't necessarily allow for agriculture. So this overlay needs to allow for both conserving and also agriculture, perpetuating agriculture. So that's an overlay that would be a further action after the CDP was implemented, and it would be with cooperation with Valley residents. And it gives a list of the kind of things that overlay should address as far as viewshed issues. We know that there is concern over viewshed, also from the valley floor looking up at what you can see lights more often now than you ever could. We're aware of that situation, and not necessarily that we can solve all those problems, but this overlay is trying to really address some of those concerns, including viewshed. And we talked about how the whole valley is in the SMA, the special management area. If that area were extended along the rim farther, that could be a possible way to protect those viewsheds as far as what can be seen from the valley up at toward the rim. And also it guides to cooperate with the community organizations. And now it names some, and this is one of the things we know that now a different organization that might be combining a few of these is new now. So we might need to add some more organizations. We're aware of that, and that's a fine thing to revise. That's one thing that's new to the plan. So on culture, also on policy 59 first, sorry. Encourage the integration of best management practices and an understanding of cultural values and experience. So this is going to relate to a later point in education, but it's during the land use application process for any business plans requiring planning department plan approval within Waipio Valley. So what this is referring to is if you have a business that's going to be doing business in Waipio Valley, we could possibly help with making sure some educational and cultural component is part of that business plan moving forward. We can't dictate what they do exactly as far as that, but we can incorporate that as part of the plan review to ensure that respect and sensitivity is part of that, whatever business is being conducted in the valley.
Raise your hands and I'll call on you and we can have some open dialogue about this discussion. If anybody wants to start.
Sure. I would say maybe a matter of just a little less than a year. We've been working collaboratively with the various organizations in Waipio, consisting of the Waipio Taro Farmers Association, Aola o Waipio, and what is already referenced in the plan, the Community Circle of Waipio Valley, with Friends of the Future. In this collaborative effort, we've since formalized a Waipio Valley Stakeholders Alliance. And you kind of mentioned that earlier, not specifically, but if we can, get that recognition inserted into the CDP.
Was this the Waipio Circle?
Community Circle, yeah.
Okay. And then Waipio Valley Stakeholders Alliance.
Yep.
Perfect. And given that, and you guys maybe have been discussing some of this stuff, do you have any reaction to kind of what the draft CDP says about perpetuating the culture and preserving that?
We're in favor of collaborative efforts to, try and formulate an action plan. And we're currently meeting once a week to hopefully get that together within the next 2 weeks in order to meet with our community partners and and then move it on to the bigger community. We have, you know, these timeline goals, but we've since had, with the help of the state legislature and the state senate, introduce a resolution naming the alliance as the organization to work with Bishop Museum in hopefully transferring stewardship of Waipio Valley.
And that was a resolution, right?
It is a resolution.
Yeah.
HCR 162.